Thanks for joining us. Challenges in rural health care just got more steep.
Iron Range and hospital leaders are sounding the alarm tonight, saying the president's Big Beautiful Bill Act could threaten the future of rural health care in the Northland.
Northern News Now's Ryan Hayes was at that news conference in Fairview Hospital in Hibbing, hearing the concerns of many.
Union leaders and elected officials spent the afternoon Thursday sounding the alarm about the impact President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill may have on rural hospitals like the Fairview Hospital here in Hibbing.
This isn't just a policy debate for us. It's a matter of life and death.
That's Hibbing Mayor Pete Hyduke saying President Trump's budget bill could threaten the Fairview Hospital's existence, which he says receives 25% of its revenue through Medicaid.
Fairview Range is vital to our region. It provides not only health care, but also livelihoods. It's the largest employer in the city of Hibbing.
Among the speakers at Thursday's press conference was St. Louis County Commissioner Mike Jugovich. The county recently projected the budget bill could result in a nearly 10% property tax increase for residents.
It's not right, but this is the hand we're dealt.
And few would be impacted more than Fairview Hospital employee Dawn Burnfin and her family.
I would not be able to pay bills, and support everything.
Burnfin works overtime nearly every week at the hospital to support her family and is struggling to imagine a reality without the hospital.
I would lose my house. I don't know what my kids would do.
And she says the strain wouldn't just be on her and her colleagues. She says the hospital plays a vital role in the community, especially when it comes to mental health.
It is the largest behavioral health unit outside of the Twin Cities. We have patients that come all the way from like Rochester, from 3, 4, 5 hours away. And we are almost always continuously full.
Detailing the impact some local leaders fear the president's budget bill may have on rural Minnesotans. From Hibbing, Ryan Hayes, Northern News Now.
Ryan, thank you. Now, we did reach out to Representative Pete Stauber, who voted for Trump's bill on the U.S. House floor earlier this month. In a statement tonight, the Republican congressman said he voted for the bill because it funds a rural health transformation program, saying, quote, "This bill supports rural health care and ensures rural Minnesota takes a back seat to nobody."